Well, welcome back to Fishmas and welcome to part 2 of the Wadmill session at Todber Manor with my Uncle Rich. Now, if you haven't seen the first episode or the first part, then go over and watch that. That was out a few days ago. One of my Fishmas videos, because this is Fishmas and this is where we're uploading a new video every single day in December up until Christmas. So you've got 25 videos to watch. But yeah, like I say, we're back for part 2. We're still on Wadmill. And we're going to catch some more carp. So stay tuned, please go down, leave a like and subscribe, and hopefully we can bring you some more carp in this video. Well, I did not believe what I just saw. I saw a flash down here and there was a carp. And I'm talking, he was like swimming like on the edge of the bank. Like his tail come out the water. He was about £6, I reckon. So I've thrown like 5 boilies down there and I've reeled in my left hand rod and I've just literally just put it down there. I'm going to see if I can catch it. If that rod goes now, that'd be mental. I can't believe how close it was. It was just, it come right in and it flashed right in front of me. And it wasn't scared or nothing. It was just right there. It says about £6. It wasn't a big fish, but I've just put a rod in there just to see if I can make it slip up. That's on a white magic bean. If that goes now, that'll be class. Well, I've just chucked some flat spotting over the top. Look at that. That is mental, isn't it? Look at the colours coming off that flat spot. That's insane. But if the fish is still there, which I'm sure it is, it's going to smell that and hopefully hoover up the boilies that I threw in and hopefully my magic bean too. I'm going to leave it recording for a couple of minutes and just see if it goes, because I wouldn't be surprised if it does. But it was absolutely mental. I can't believe how close that fish was. Well, nothing ended up coming of that. That was weird. That carp came in so close. I think if it had come any closer, it would have been on the bank. It almost beached itself. I can't believe how close it was. It wasn't scared at all, and I've put a bait in there and nothing's happened, so I don't know what that was. It was weird. He was obviously coming in, grubbing around, looking for something, but whether he was just feeding on naturals in the edge, I don't know. But nothing came of that, so I'm going to get that rod back out. I have baited up, my right-hand rod's not had a sniff all day, so I've baited up the edge of the reeds, in a sort of marginal reeds, but like the edge of them, and I'm gonna drop a bait in there, and then my left hand rod I'm gonna put back out where it was. The middle rod's staying out towards the middle, but there we go. We're gonna try different things. I've not been clipping up on this session because it's just a case of we're whipping bait out in towards the middle of the lake, so that's the way it is. We've got mesh bags on, solid bags as well, and D-rigs as well, so that's the approach. Well, I can't believe this. There was me saying I'm going to reel my right-hand rod in because it hasn't done a bite. And just as I like to pick it up and reel it in, I caught a fish on it. It started going. Picked it up and it was literally about, well, I just pressed stop on that last clip and it was going. So we've got another one in the onion bag. This time it's mirror. It's not very big, but it's another fish. On the original fruit and nut wafter. Let's take a look. So it did pick up that right hand rod and it swam over the top of my middle rod. So my middle rod's still out fishing. Left hand rod, we brought that in. And that was the right hand rod that went. And there we go. We've got another one in the onion bag. Happy blooming days. Right, well here we go. Second fish of the session. First one for this video. Check out part 1 to see the other one. But I don't think this one's quite as big, so I'm not going to weigh it. But it's a nice mirror and it's in beautiful condition. It's beat me up a little bit, to be fair, but look at that. Look at the big apple slice scales on it. I would probably say that is somewhere between, I don't know, 6 and 8 pounds, somewhere, maybe 6.5, 7. But yeah, it's very lively, and like I say, it's trying to beat me up. And I'll show you the other side if I can. I think the side I just showed you was probably the best side. He's flipping around so much. It's unbelievable. Right, here is the other side. It's finally calmed down a little bit. And there we go, like I say. Probably somewhere between 6.5 and 7.5 pound, maybe. Something like that. But yeah, again, beautiful condition and lovely fish. So, happy blooming days. So there we go then. God, he gave me a bit of a beat up. Richard said it's all fun at the fair. But there we go. Off he goes. Thank you very much.
Lovely job.
I'm caked in mud. Cheers. Alright, all 3 rods are back out, but as I was saying, I've baited up this margin here, so I've now got the right hand rod, which wasn't doing any bites until I said that. But it wasn't like I baited a spot, it was just chucked out with a mesh bag on it. So I've now put the right hand rod just on the edge of these margins here, on the edge of these reeds, sorry. Middle rod is where it always was, which is out towards that swim opposite over there, about halfway out. And our left hand rod is out towards that swim over there, again about halfway out. They've got I think, I need to try and remember now, the middle rod's got half a or 3/4 of a hardened hooker on it with a little pineapple topper pop up just to hold it up. The right hand rod's got an original OG fruit and nut wafter on, and the left hand rod's got a white magic bean on fruit and nut. So there we go, both wafters have done the do. Let's hope the middle rod goes off and hopefully we can catch one slightly bigger. Well done, Billy. You know what, I think it's quite strange because like I've fished here a few times now and I've always struggled to get bites during the day. I've always done evening bites or just as the sun goes down, or nighttime bites. I've always struggled here during the day, and it's nice to have broken that sort of omen, if you like, or that, I don't know what the right word is for that, but I've broken that sort of pattern, which is good. So yeah, I mean, you can always rely on Wadmill for a bite, can't you? So happy days. Right, well, I'm over in Richard's swim and look at the colours over here, and that's only happening because, hello, the sun's trying to come out. Mental. What is it, the 15th of December?
Yeah,
Rich, 15th?
Yeah, it's nice, mate.
Something like that. And there's no snow, no ice, no rain, no wind. There's no wind, no rain, no wind. It's actually been very calm, hasn't it, today?
It's been lovely.
Oh, are you cold?
No.
Oh, what was that?
Someone casting.
Big splash over. Oh yeah, I think there's someone. There's when we first turned up, there was nobody on the lake, but I think there's probably about 6 people on now. Us, and then there's 2 over there and 2 over at the top there. But Richard's next one to catch a fish, because if you didn't see in part 1, in fact, I'm not even going to mention it. If you haven't seen in part 1, go and check that out now. But yeah, Rich is the next one to catch a fish.
Let's hope so.
Which rod? I like the yellow bobbin, left hand rod.
Yeah, that's tight against the oiling, mate, to be fair. I don't know. The blue one went off last time, didn't it? So maybe the red bobbin, maybe the right hand rod. Let's see what happens. Magic bean on that and out in the middle. £20 carp, new PB. What's your current PB? Only about 16 and a half.
16 and a half. From here, was it caught from this lake?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Mirror, common?
It was a mirror.
It was a mirror, nice, nice. Well, there we go. Hopefully, you can go and break that today.
Well, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, and then you'll get a bucket.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Well, look, I knew I brought him along for some reason.
There you go, mate. Get that down, you Gregory.
Burger van. What's this burger van? Blandy's Burger Vans.
Yeah.
Happy days. I'll get a bit of ketchup in there. Mush, put it down there, and I'll
no worries, mate.
Just put it on the side there, and I'll get some ketchup on there. Thank you very much.
No worries, mate.
Happy days. We got a cheese. Well, we got a cheese and bacon burger. If you can't see the cheese, this is. You said there was cheese in there, right?
In the burger, yeah.
It's a cheese and onion burger and a cheesy top roll as well.
Yep.
Happy days. Bit of Tommy K, and that's me sorted. Cheers, mate. Well, you know, earlier I said that I'd caught on an OG wafter and a magic bean wafter. I just need the middle rod to go off now. Take a look at this. The middle rod is in. The onion bag is hanging over the water because we've got the biggest fish of the day in the net, fish number 3, and that fell to that D-rig again. And of course, the OG fruit and nut hardened hooker, sorry about that mud on my finger, with a pineapple pop-up as a topper. That is brilliant. All 3 rods, all 3 baits. Come on, the Parker baits. And I'm almost certain that's the biggest one of the day, so I'm going to weigh him up. I'll let you guys know how big he is, and we'll get some video with him. Perfect. Right, well, here we go. It ended up being 16 pounds and 2 ounces, which I'm over the moon with. Like Rich just said to me then, it's really hard to tell when it's in the water. We netted it and we were like, is it worthy of weighing? We don't know. And I was like, it looks bigger than the common. And it turns out, even though it's quite short, it's quite long. So, sorry, that didn't make any sense. Even though it's quite short, it's quite wide. So, let me hold him up. 16 pound, oh, crikey. 16 pound 2. It's very cold. In fact, the temperature's just started to drop, so. But there he is, 16 pound 2. Fish number 3 and a fish on every single rod, every single bait. That's brilliant. Let me show you the other side. And there you go. Thank you very much, Mr. Mirror. Happy blooming days. Well, there we go, fish number 3. Another mirror. Thank you very much, my boy. Off you go. I'll see you next year when you're about £5 bigger. Have a little munch up. Happy blooming days. Oh. Well, I've still got all 3 rods up, but slowly packing away, getting everything together because it's about to get dark, because that sun, look at that sunset, that's lovely. But in half an hour's time, that's going to be dropped behind there and it's going to get very dark very quickly. I know Richard's got all this stuff up together. A little bit gutted for him because obviously he lost that one at the start. He got snapped off, and then earlier he had a run as well, like a really positive take. It was on, it was going, and he lifted into it and there was nothing there. So a little bit gutting, but that's the way fishing goes sometimes. And even in December, you know, winter, it's not easy to catch fish. So, you know, to have had 2 chances over there and 3 over here, it's 5 fish between us. It's good going. So it could have been a lot worse. It could, I mean, we could have been sat here and not had anything. So very happy with that. Well, Rich is bringing his rods in one by one. What do you reckon, mate?
Shame when I've had the one that I looked into, but
Yeah, that's fishing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's life, mate.
That's fishing. I mean, you've had a lot of good sessions on here in the past, haven't you, to be fair? I think last time you came here, you did really well, so...
Yeah, you can't do well all the time, can you?
Nah, and obviously in the winter as well, it's a lot more difficult.
That's what keeps you coming back, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, of course, if it was easy every time, it would just... You'd have no interest, would you?
Get fed up with it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Happy days. Right, well, I think that's Richard packing up and sort of shooting off. They're still moving out there. There's a fish moving just over there, so I'm probably going to fish an hour into dark, so I might sort of stay on for an hour or so
well,
when the sun goes down.
All I will say to your viewers is Merry Fishmas and a crappy New Year. Oh, sorry, a carpy New Year.
Yeah, I'll leave that in. That's not a swear word. We'll get away with that, I think. Yeah. We're all right
there.
You
know what I meant.
I know what you meant. Yeah, happy days. Dilly dilly. Right, well, I don't want to jinx anything. I really don't want to jinx anything. But Rich is in. And this was a hell of a take. A hell of a run. And I'm not going to keep filming this. I'm going to stop. And the next clip you're going to see is the fish in the net. Well, I can't believe this. Absolute drama. I've got a fish on there. Rich has wiped out both my rods, left and middle. The fish isn't even that big. And he's let it run right across me and he's taken out both my lines. I thought I had a fish on the left one. Well, the middle one started going, so I was like, I've got a fish. He was like, it might be me. I was like, no chance. My left one's not gone off. So I've picked up my middle one, started reeling it in. Oh, no, I'm caught on his line. Then the left one starts going. I'm like, is this a fish or is this caught as well? 2 rods, both caught on his line for his common that might only be about £10, but I don't know. Absolute drama, absolute scenes. Right, well, here it is. Very bullet shaped, but we reckon it's somewhere £8-9. Might
Something
scrape like 10 if you're lucky. Good catch. I'll get some photos. Here he goes. Look, Azzy, can I use your net? Azzy, can I use your unhooking mat? What a palaver. Fish is going back. There you go. At least you caught one. There he goes. Now we've got to deal with this. Look, that's my rig there.
Yeah, I took it off. One of your rigs I've taken off.
Yeah, and my rod's over there. That is my left hand rod. So my middle rod, you've just pulled all the line out. I don't know where the lead is.
Well, it's still in the water then.
Right, so I've got 2 rods over there that have been wiped out. My left hand rod was the one with the magic beam, which is here. I've got the rig back, I've got everything back. We cut it to get Richard free. And now I've got a line here, which I don't know what it is. I'm guessing it's the magic beam line that I've just taken the rig off. But then where's my middle rod gone? Oh, mate, I don't know. I'm just going to have to reel in on both and see what happens. I could even have a fish on one of them. What's going on? Right, so I've just reeled in my left-hand rod, and my left-hand rod's wrapped round my middle rod. And I've got the rig with the left-hand rod, which I thought, I'm so confused. I don't know what just happened. I honestly cannot believe what just happened. I've never seen anything like that since I've been carp fishing. It was mental. Even if I try and explain it to you, it just won't make sense. I don't even understand how that happened. Oh, so much drama. There we go. Look at that, Fishmas. There was been enough drama in this episode, or in this session, should I say, across the 2 episodes. Wow. What a roller coaster of a session. But it's been brilliant. That's what it's all about. And now Spangle Feet's over there eating all of Richard's spare bait. Nuts. Here's Rich trying to explain to you what just happened.
Well, it was a bit of a lash up at the end. It was more like Chuckle Vision than South Coast Angler, to be quite honest with you. I started packing up all my gear, my landing net, my cradle, left the rods out, got the first rod in no problem, got the second rod in no problem. As was going to stay on for another hour, I was going to shoot off.
What do I always say? Yeah. Leave your rods out till the last minute.
But the thing is, to be fair, I thought what I was trying to do was lull the fish into a false sense of security where, oh look, Rich has put all his gear away, we'll take his bait.
And it worked.
Guess what? It happened, but a bit of a lash up.
I was worried that you were going to lose it, so I said let it run, because I didn't want him to give it too much and pull the hook.
Yeah.
So I've said let it run, not halfway down the bloody M4.
Yeah.
Or M3 or wherever, I don't know where we are, but you know what I mean.
Over both houses' rods, and anyway, we got the fish in, and
well, it went over 2 rods, and the thing is, my middle rod went. I was over with you because I was going to net the fish, and then my middle rod went, so I ran over to my swim, and I was like, and he goes, "It might be me," and I was like, "Well, it won't be because it's not taking out my left rod; it's taking out my middle rod." But my middle rod was further out than my left rod, so you picked up that rod.
Yeah, my right-hand rod, but I was 3/4 way across the lake.
So I soon realised that it was my rod that you'd picked up.
Yeah.
So I've come back over to you, then I got another tone, and it was my left-hand rod, and I was so confused. I was like, so have I got a fish? Or have you got me? But you had you had 2 of my rods, and they were all in the reeds and everything, and then
Aaron started going, to you, to me, to me, to you.
Yeah, then what happened? We netted the fish.
Yeah, we had to sort it out, didn't we?
And I had 2 of my lines all wrapped up around the fish. It was honestly, it was mental. And then we spent ages trying to, and then it didn't end there. I cut your rig out of the fish, and then we got the hook out. But my rig was all wrapped up around your rig. Yeah. So we got that rig off, but then my middle rod rig, I don't know where it was. And then I reeled in the one that shouldn't have had a rig on, and it got caught in the reeds, and it was so confusing.
A nightmare.
It was absolute palaver, but
a good end to the day.
Drama for Fishmas.
Yes.
So anyway, thank you.
Happy Fishmas.
Happy Fishmas, and a carpy new year. Yeah, so thanks for watching this one. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Bish, bash, bosh.
Ciao.